Hello,
Hello,
Earthlings.
Earthlings, and now we are going to share to you his experience. Uh, how did he manage to come here without vaccination from America to Philippines?
Yes. So, this is what happened. It was sometimes like a nightmare, but it worked out finally. Persistence, persistence, persistence. And a very supporting, helping wife. Because without her, I couldn't have made that trip. So, I left from Florida, and I went to, where did I go to? I forget the distance.
Florida, Orlando,
Yes.
Alas.
No, no, no.
Okay.
Los Angeles. Yeah. Now, before I took the flight, I had to get a clear antigen test. So I went to health department in Florida. I paid, I think, like $65. They give me a clear antigen test. So when I go to the airport, and from Florida, in Florida they didn't check it, but in Los Angeles, because I was going to take the international flight, they said that they have to see it. First they asked vaccinated, I said no, and they didn't really like it, but by law they have to let me go. But I had to show a clear antigen test. And I showed it to them, and they said, this is not acceptable. I said, what are you saying? It's from a health department. No, I said, so you tell me I can fly? They said, well, we have one 5 minutes walking distance in an airport. They do it. But hurry up because pretty soon they're going to be boarding. Now I said, I can't believe this. So I go to this little department where they do the antigen test. It's not open yet. My plane is ready to leave in like about an hour. And finally they opened. I go inside. They said, we don't accept cash or credit card. It had to be a card. This is what they told me. I don't know why. What you purchase in an airport to this little machine. And you load that card. It cannot be reloaded. It's only one time you load, so you put plenty of money on it. And then you go back with that and pay. But finally I got it done, passed the test. And then my luggage was overweight, so I had to pay extra $100 there too. So I said, it's not starting good, it's just not going well. But anyway, finally I'm on the air, and the way we decided the trip, because I cannot enter into Manila. Usually if you go to Manila, the plane usually stops in Japan, and from Japan it goes to Manila. So I took a flight to Bangkok, right? Bangkok, Thailand, Bangkok. And I spent 2 days there. Over there, they didn't have the COVID restriction. All you had to show is a antigen test, you passed it. Now, the second day when I'm leaving, 2 nights, so it's 3 days. I flew to Singapore, because my next flight from Singapore was going to take me to Cebu. So I had to take another antigen test because Singapore requested it before I go over there. So now I'm on a 3rd antigen test. And then each time you have to pay. And finally I'm in Singapore. I had almost a 24-hour delay. So I had to wait there. Layover. I had to take another antigen test because that's the only way I can enter into Cebu. Even though I took one in Thailand to Singapore, but because the layover was 24 hours, and it's only good for 24 hours at that particular time, I had to do another one, so that's now the 4th one, right? Fourth antigen test. I felt my nose was violated by always sticking in the darn, the cotton ball thing.
Yeah.
And so anyway, finally arrived in Cebu, and the first question was, are you vaccinated? I said, no, I'm not vaccinated, but here's this. And they look at each other, and I'm getting really stressed out. I said, oh, please don't turn me around. I went through all this, and now you're going to send me away. They said, okay, but you have to go to quarantine. I said, fine, I'll go to quarantine, no problem. So I went to, we already prepaid, my wife prepaid a hotel there called Yellow Hotel. I have to give it was very nice, very affordable compared to American prices. Came with all-you-can-eat breakfast and one complimentary bar drink. So after 7 days, was up. They talked to me, checked temperature, everything was fine. They said, okay, you're free to fly, free to go. So from Cebu, because I met my wife in Butuan, it's what is it, like an hour flight? 2 hours?
Almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
1 hour.
Yeah. So I survived this whole flight from America to Cebu. And then I expected a nice big jumbo plane or something from Cebu to Butuan. It was a little bitty plane, looked like something from World War II, leftover World War II passenger plane, small one. And it couldn't even back up to the building. It was so low, so we had to walk in the airport to get into the plane and steps up. And now that was a nightmare. I hate flying anyway, but that just really tested my mental strength to say too. And we got into several turbulences, and I said, damn it, I said, I get this far, and only got 1 hour of flight, and I'm gonna die now. And the plane several times dropped, people screaming next to me. The woman next to me, older woman, a Filipina, was screaming, and she almost had a heart attack. I tried to help her by explaining to her how to breathe so she slows down her heart rate, and she thanked me. But I didn't want to show her how stressed out I was. I almost crapped myself. That's how bad it was. But finally we made it. The airport is very different to Butuan. It's nothing modern or anything. A very tiny airport. And we already had a house rented here, paid for. So my wife was waiting for me at the airport, and we got into a taxi and went home. The travel is brutal. It seemed like it takes at least a month or two before your biological clock switches to this time zone, and also the resting time is different. Your body tells you in the afternoon feel extremely sleepy because it feels like it's 3 o'clock at night already, but it's just 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Not 3 o'clock in the 3 o'clock in the afternoon here, right? And so we rent a little house here, and much cheaper than the United States, I have to tell you. So if you're retired and you have a budget to work with, you're smart, then you can handle it. You can imagine it. I mean, imagine it too and manage it. My wife grew up in the province, so she knows how to cook, do everything. She's extremely handy. I don't think I met a woman in my life who's so handy. I'm not just saying because she's my wife, but she is really handy in just about everything. And that's true, right? I'm not saying this to brag, but it's true. So she found this little house. It's like a, how would I say it, like duplex, but not duplex, but it's a whole row of house. Our electric bill runs every month, anywhere from 2,500 to 3,500 was the highest so far.
First time.
Yeah, first time. And what would that be in dollars? About $75 a month. Yeah, and then our water bill is just amazingly cheap. It's it's
Of
only what,
course.
$20 a month? 200 pesos.
200
Yeah,
eating.
yeah. Now that water I would not recommend to drink. It's only good for laundry.
It's a tap water.
Yeah, yeah. Dishes and bath. We buy bottled water. It's extremely cheap, 20 pesos, a 5-gallon bottle. And just like in the United States or any other countries, you turn it upside down, you got water heater on it, you turn hot water, cold water. So it's very affordable. We go through usually 15 gallons of water, 3 bottles of water a week, right?
Yes.
In the Philippines, again, especially in the province, almost all the women washes by hand, everything. They know how to squat for a whole hour without even breaking a sweat.
Of course.
And when I say hand wash, it's hand wash, but so clean. You guys don't have to take my word for it. It's cleaner than the washing machine does it. And they rinse it over and over. It's extremely brutal. I remember when I was growing up in Hungary, that time was the way people wash by hands. They had a washboard and a scrubbing brush or hard bristle, went back and forth. So it's extremely difficult, especially if you have kids, a big family, and a woman does all that work. It's like slave work. So we bought a little washing machine, little China made.
Yes.
better than nothing, but later on we will buy a much modern one. And how much was the washing machine? 2,000 pesos?
y- yeah.
Yeah, like I can't even believe it. $40? Like $40
Yes.
for washing machine, brand new with warranty. Not a lot of warranty. I think it's like 1 month or 3 months warranty.
Mm.
And then we bought a smart TV. I don't know what brand is it. Not by Apple. How much was that?
Almost 7,000. Oh, 6,000.
Okay, so about $110 US dollars. Oh, the internet bill,
Yeah.
1,400 pesos. So many things extremely affordable in the Philippines. If you decide to stay in the Philippines, you have to change your lifestyle completely around. It's very laid back. And I would say, especially if somebody comes from a Western country where they're used to eating a lot of fatty and unhealthy food, like heavy pizzas and macaronis and lasagnas and hamburger with cheese. It's one of the most common food in the United States, right? You're probably going to change your diet real fast once you're here, for the better. Over here, it's like minimum 2 times a day rice, every day. But they have a lot of rice selections. I mean, real good rices.
Yeah.
And every morning, cooked food. At least minimum 3 times a week we eat fish. My wife cooks fish. My favorite one is the sardines. Very good flavor. We go to the market. We will also make a vlog of the real market, how people interact with people and the produce they sell. We're gonna go to meat market, fish market, and also produce. I make a vlog. I will show you the prices. The prices are extremely unbelievable a lot of times, that you see when you live in America how they take advantage of people with the prices. It's unreal. And over here too, if you're not careful. Most of the time they see me with her and we go to a market. If the price tag is not out, they're gonna try to rip you off because they figure, oh, he's from another country, he's loaded. It happened. We want to buy cabbage. It's 50 pesos, $1 a kilogram of cabbage, and a woman wanted to charge us $3. And my wife was telling her, why are you trying to do that? We know the prices. She just stayed quiet. You know, some people are just very dishonest. It's just not right. Always, the both of us believe in that. Treat everybody the way you want to be treated. And then there's no
Yeah.
headache, right?
Yes, of course.
Mhm.
So that's all for
Mhm.
today.
Yeah.
Later on, we are going to share about our experience, how we apply for the online marriage, so that we have
Yes.
an idea
Mhm.
how and what are the preparation we did.
We're gonna have several vlogs. One of the most important ones is the paperwork. I think it affects everybody when they leave the country. It's very important to get everything right at the first time. And we are happy, more than happy to provide that information. So hopefully you gain a lot of knowledge out of it and helps you succeed in it.
Okay, so
All right. So if you have any questions, please
yes,
write them in the comment section. Hopefully we'll be able to answer all of them. And all we ask is, please be respectful. Be pretty rusty starting out this thing. This is our first time,
yeah.
so be patient with us.
Don't
And-
forget to subscribe too.
Yeah, and give us a like, please.
Give us a like.
Okay. And thank you for your time, and all of you have a blessed day. Enjoy your day. Stay healthy, and stay out of trouble. Stay safe.
Thank you.